Chairman Hart, first of all, I want to ask, how important is it for the NTSB to be at a show like Oshkosh?
I think it's very important to show the general aviation community how committed we are to improving general aviation safety. There are many general aviation pilots at the NTSB. I'm a general aviation pilot. The two of our other members are also active pilots, and so I think it's very important to show how much we're committed to improving general aviation safety.
It was announced today about a loss of control kind of X-Prize situation, and I know loss of control is one of the things that the board is really interested in trying to reduce the number of loss of control accidents. What are your efforts in that regard?
We've had a number of efforts in that regard. One of the efforts is on October the 12th, we're going to have a loss of control forum. So we bring together all the experts from the regulator, from the pilot community, from the manufacturers, from around the world to look at this loss of control issue and see just what is it that's going wrong. Why are so many people making this mistake that can kill themselves? It's the biggest single reason for fatalities. It's more than 40% of the fatalities in general aviation result from loss of control, and that generally starts with an aerodynamic stall. So that's the question, is why is this happening? One of the answers to that, there are a lot of remedies that have been proposed, but one of the answers to that is let the pilots know what their angle of attack is so they know when they're close to an aerodynamic stall. So we're proposing angle of attack indicators in the airplane.
Now, I know you're not a regulatory agency, and yet you do have some influence with the FAA. And it was asked here earlier today about the lag time between something like the angle of attack indicators and the actual certification of those. How can the NTSB influence that process?
What we try to do is to do whatever we can to help streamline it, to help the regulator understand that, yes, if we add this safety device, it can actually improve safety without having any adverse consequences to the airplane. And so we're working in our bully pulpit role to see what we can do to help get that word out and gather data that shows that we mean what we say and that what we're saying is the reality of it, and to try to get them to respond accordingly.
Another major safety issue is, of course, the ADSB mandate coming up in 2020. Where does the NTSB stand with that mandate? Are you fully in support of it? And is there something that the NTSB can do to help make the general aviation community understand that it's a very important thing?
The mandate is about sending information out. We have recommended that it also include receiving information, because the only way I know about other airplanes is if I receive the information. When I send the information, then other people know about me. I don't necessarily know about them unless I'm also receiving it. So our recommendation is to go not only out but also in so that we can receive the information.
And one thing more, if there is something that you don't think that the general aviation community knows about the NTSB that you'd like to relay, what would that be?
That we are not adversaries. We are not here to blame anybody, to point fingers. We are here to find out what went wrong and to see what we can do to fix it. And so that's why our big message here is we're preaching to the choir here. These people are here because they love improving safety. There are too many people here who aren't as interested in improving safety. We want these people to go back home and talk to their friends who aren't here, who should be, to help get the safety message out.
Very good. Well, Chairman Hart, thank you for taking some time to talk with us today.
Thank you.
Aero-TV is brought to you by...
When the forecast is wrong, ForeFlight and Stratus give you the tools you need to take action when the weather takes an unexpected turn. ForeFlight, the app pilots depend on.
The KSN 770 is an affordable, WAAS-enabled integrated MFD with a flexible hybrid user interface from Bendix King. Get your fingers on the 770's perfect blend of touchscreen and hard buttons. Easily control your GPS navigation, Navcom, weather, traffic, and terrain in any condition. For more information, go to bendixking.com.